That's going in.
Hi, I'm Alice and I'm here with Tennishead testing out the Wilson Shift 99.
Hi, my name's Sean. I'm here with Tennishead. I'm testing the new Wilson Shift Pro.
It felt quite smooth and comfortable to hit with. Instantly it felt better on my forehand side, purely because that side for me is naturally more of like a spinny shot. I can generate more spin with it, and I think this racket really complemented that. On my backhand side less so, because I naturally hit it more flat anyway, but yeah, instantly it felt quite comfortable.
I just thought the Wilson Shift was very comfortable, able to generate a lot of spin. It felt very easy on my arm. I didn't feel like there was any stress coming from a stiffer racket. I felt I was able to generate a bit more power, a bit more pop. Yeah, on the move it was more manoeuvrable. I felt like it was easier to, when I was out wide, if my body wasn't quite in line with the ball, I was able to use my hand a little bit more, so it was a little bit more easier on my body, I felt.
I felt like the power generated from it was quite easy power. Yeah, I felt quite comfortable with hitting it quite hard and yeah, heavy. Yeah, and on the move it felt good as well. As I said, especially on the forehand side, that was really where it came through. Yeah, I felt yeah, the spin generated from it was pretty comfortable, pretty easy from that. And when I actually hit the shot, I felt like the ball was actually travelling with a lot more like arc and height, and yeah, maybe that was from the flexibility of the racket.
Sometimes I feel like it catapults the ball off the strings a little bit more, so I get a bit more shape, a bit more spin for free. I don't feel I particularly changed the way I was hitting the ball, but I felt like it generated a bit more arc, giving a bit more net clearance, adding a bit more safety and a bit more depth into the court. I think with the 18-20 string pattern, I think I was able to control the volleys really well. I didn't feel like any were like flying long or anything like that. I felt like I was able to punch them pretty well into the court, and I didn't feel like I was missing particularly many volleys.
Did you feel that flexibility on the volley? Because probably on the volley you want something a bit stiffer. Did you feel
very cushioned, very like almost like a very comfortable feeling compared to my pro staff, which is very stiff.
I felt like I couldn't maybe generate quite so much power. It was a bit less punchy on the volleys, but still, yeah, I was still hitting it pretty effectively without that.
With the flat serve, I think it was pretty similar to the pro staff, but I noticed a big difference on the serves with more spin. So I felt like I was able to bring the ball further off the court, because you initially get that little bit more height, you can afford to get that bit more spin as well, and I felt like that was kind of bringing my opponent off the court more.
What do you think it is that helps generate that extra bit of kick on the serve?
I think it's probably one, it's the flex in the racket, and I think the second is probably the weight and the balance, the manoeuvrability of it. I feel like it's really easy to throw your arm at it and generate a lot of speed.
I would say I'm quite an aggressive baseliner. I'm looking to move in the court and be aggressive with my ground strokes and put the opponent under pressure with my weight of shot. I would say that this racket is probably more suited to someone who is going to work their way into the point a little bit more, using obviously the flexibility of the racket and the spin that it can provide.
Yeah, I think it suits playing from all areas of the court, really. I feel like, especially from the baseline, I felt a real benefit with the shape, and then on serve, a bit of added extra power, a bit more spin.
I would say it could vary actually in the type of or level of player that would use it. I would say maybe more up to like intermediate. I'm not sure how many sort of pro players would use it, but it's really down to the player. I mean, it depends on, as I said, like the style of player that you are. They might be able to be quite effective with it. So yeah, maybe might not be right for me 100%, but yeah, for another pro player, they might find it's yeah, effective on tour.
Probably an aggressive baseliner, 1-2 puncher kind of style. I just liked how when people were hitting a lot of pace to me, because I come from a heavier racket, I felt like I was able to whip the ball up and down from different positions that I maybe wouldn't have been able to with my previous racket. So when people were returning my serve and they were returning on the baseline, I felt like I was able to pick the ball up and control it relatively easily, whereas with my older racket I felt like I was maybe struggling on those balls, struggling to control them and get the speed through the ball. So
as I said, I think it was quite one-sided from my forehand and my backhand. I think I felt that it was, you know, absolutely fine constructing the point with my forehand, getting the player off court, using the spin and the nice like natural shape that it helps you with on that side. My backhand I struggled a little bit just because I naturally hit quite flat on that side, so I don't think I was the best person to show off what this racket can do from both sides. But yeah, my forehand side, it felt very good. I think maybe the shape, obviously the way that I hit my backhand, it's naturally quite a flat shot. My technique is very guided around that, so this racket's probably offering more shape, more arc on the ball than I would naturally hit with, so it's probably clashing against what I would naturally do.
I think the net's high.
No, it's not.
I just think the look of it looks fantastic. The kind of pearlescent kind of colour system, it's kind of futuristic. It looks just very, very clean and nothing too kind of flashy, which I like. And the feel of it as well, it has that kind of glossed, kind of nice, smooth feeling about it. And yeah, I just think it looks like a beautiful frame, really.